Give me just a minute, everybody, while I get all set up here. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so the reason I have decided to make this stream is to basically talk about development of Black Site 417 Containment Site Glacier. Development has unfortunately slowed down a pretty good amount, being that school has started. It's the development issue of struggling to find developers and things like that. But basically, this stream is to basically talk over about how this game is going to be developed and where we are going to go with development. I'm gonna go ahead and get this fucking switched over. Why is music playing? Sorry about that. Hang on, let me freaking fix the screen size. That's good enough. Alright. Basically, while I'm talking, I'm going to go ahead and give a tour of the facility. So basically, Containment Site Glacier is, of course, one of the 3 sites that make up Black Site 417. Containment Site Glacier is this SCPF's first site. Basically, with this site, we are going to try to go for a kind of glacier design, since it is located on a glacier. Basically, there's going to be 3 different sublevels of the site. You got sublevel 1, sublevel 2, and sublevel 3. Sublevel 1 is currently the one that's currently in progress, and it is where most operations are conducted. Basically, operations within sublevel 1 are not by vehicle, how it is shown here in these kind of roadways. Sublevel 1 is instead basically a walkway, and you walk around in there. I'll show you guys sublevel 1 here in a second. And, let's see. Sublevel 2 is basically a vehicle kind of pathway instead. Basically, sublevel 2 is going to be kind of concrete and glacier design mixed. Basically, what this means is that it's mostly going to be concrete designed. However, there's going to be a mixture of glacier, ice, and stuff like that. Possibly even rock itself too, and stuff like that. Sublevel 3 is going to be the same thing, however, it's going to be much more larger. Basically, sublevel 3 is going to have its own kind of, how should I say this, structure. I'll probably talk more about that here in a minute. But basically, each sublevel has their own kind of zones within them. For example, sublevel 1 has basically the security operations and the departmental operations. Basically, these are split between the combative departments and the non-combative departments, as you see right here. Basically, the lower sublevels will also be like this, with the advanced research labs, the containment sector, the Class D containment sector, and things like that. Basically, as you're seeing right here, this is the unfinished sublevel 1. We still have a lot more to do. We still got to build most of the security operations and the departmental operations. Let's see, what else was I going to talk about? Teams. The teams are still being reworked. We still got to rename all of these within the the name tag system. Um, Basically, there's going to be many different teams and departments that you can go on because I'm trying to make this SCPF as big as I can with departments. Um, let's see, what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Okay, well, I'll remember eventually. Um, each team will have their specific weapons to choose from. We have many weapons within the game. Some of these need worked on, such as the MPX. It needs fixed. You can't load it. The only way to actually basically load it is... hang on. I can't remember. But basically I'm pressing F, which is the load button, and it's not loading. However, the M4... it works perfectly fine. And the weapon engine is carbon engine. This is basically the only gun engine that I'm really good at, so that's one of the reasons I injected it into the game. Each department and faction will have their own specific guns. Like, for example, Chaos Insurgency is most likely to get the AKs, as that's what I'm originally planning. Mobile Task Force may get like an M4 or an AR-15, depending on the task force. Non-combatives may just get a pistol. However, it may be restricted to specific security classes. Let's see, what else is there to mention? How long it will take to get development. The game, as I said earlier, it's going very slow. It's hard to determine on how long it will take to necessarily get the site completed and actually built. I am unsure of how long it will take. It may take another year or so, but I'm not going to give up until this site is complete. That's pretty much it for this site. Code of Ethnics. The Code of Ethnics, they're going to be worked on, and they're going to try to be made as realistic as possible for the game. The Code of Ethnics is basically going to be like a whole kind of roleplay ethnic system. Not like some games where they just got rules listed and then you do whatever the hell you want. No, it's an actual serious roleplay. Future sites. Future sites. This site is, as I said earlier, the future, or not the future site, the first site. This site is, as I said, Black Site 417 Containment Site Glacier, the first site within this SCP Foundation. The next site will be Main Operations Site Kynos. That basically is the main operations site of Black Site 417. And then our final site, which is expected to be a masterpiece, will be Central Research Area 001. That site is, let me tell you, going to be absolutely massive. Basically, with Containment Site Glacier and Kynos, we are going to be using these sites to basically build up our development skills and basically figure out designs that we would want for Central Research Area 001. Basically, these sites are, in other words, test sites. So these sites will not be around forever. The whole Foundation's goal is to get to Central Research Area 001. That's my entire plan with this SCPF. That's pretty much all that I can think of. I may think of more things that I may ping in the Discord server for. Threat levels. Basically, Black Site 417 is controlled by both protocol systems and threat level systems. Each protocol has their specific threat levels that they can be set to, such as threat levels 1 through 5. And basically, depending on the situation, you will activate a protocol and activate a specific threat level. For example, let's say if SCP-023 was to breach containment, it would be Eisenhower, Protocol Eisenhower Level 1. And basically, if it's like, for example, a SCP-682 breach, it'll be Protocol Red Heron and Eisenhower Threat Level Full Site Lockdown. Same goes with protocols, riots, reality bending events, and other protocols. It has its own kind of threat level system that matches with protocols. The alarms. The alarms is going to be reworked. I've already showed the alarms before, how they work and stuff like that. The alarms, they are still not finished. We still need to add add them to the TVs and add them to the admin panel. That way they can be activated from the admin panel, and basically whenever there's a lockdown, it'll be displayed on the TV. Let's see, as you see right there, the alarms do work. I think they're kind of broken right now because they've been stopping lately. Yeah, there they go. The alarms are for some reason stopping. I don't know what's causing that. I need to get that checked out. Other than that, basically the sites, or sub-level 1 is almost finished. It just needs the departmental side, the rest of security operations, and that should pretty much be it. Does anybody in the stream have any questions? Feel free to ask them. I'll also show the team names real quick, because the team names are custom between different teams. So, let's see, I believe security is the first one that I renamed. As you see, right here it says security agency. However, up here it says foundation security agency. I believe it goes with Index Black Ops, I believe. Oh, crap, hang on. Yeah, for Index it says Index Special Operations. Alright, hang on. Index Special Black Ops Detachment. Intelligence Agency, that thing is redacted. See, data terminated, and stuff like that. Oh, the Surface. The Surface, I believe I'm going to release in a different update, probably the second update. I'm going to try to get the Surface released as soon as I can. However, the problem is getting the terrain perfectly how I want it, getting all the water around the island and stuff like that, or around the glacier. There's going to be things on Surface that can be accessed. There's going to be like a miniature forward operations base. Over there's going to be basically like an intelligence agency base. Somewhere over here is going to be the chaos insurgency base. And then of course right here is the main encampment. All of this is, as I said, going to be released at a later time. It's just we need to get the main site finished first before we can do anything else to the game. We got to make sure that the game can actually handle the facility itself rather than just the terrain. How do these alarms work, but the other ones don't? That's crazy. I know there's something else that I'm missing. Oh, yeah. So, since we are going to have vehicles, there's going to be fucking tanks. Yes, you heard it correctly, tanks. The tanks are going to be split up between the Foundation and the Global Blockage Coalition. However, the tanks will be able to be hijacked by hostile groups of interest. let's see. I believe there's things over here. The morphs. The morphs are still in work. We still got to finish most of these morphs. This one is going to be a future project. It's going to be another hostile group of interest known as the Federation of the New World. Security department right here. Rapid response team. Index Black Ops. And then all the rest of these is for GOC. SCPs, we're going to try to get our own SCPs as soon as we can. However, we may need to temporarily use free model SCPs until we can get ours built. I think that's pretty much it that needs to be explained. Does anybody have any questions? And here is my personal combative morph. I still gotta fix this, my patch, but... Oh, yeah, and one last thing, entry points. Entry points, there's going to be multiple entry points across the entire site within each sublevel besides sublevel 3. For example, right here is an entry point. Basically, Chaos Insurgency will be able to blow up this glass, however, it will trigger the alarm. Same goes with... where's it at? Right here. This is also another entry point. It's closer to the security operations, so it's a bit of a dangerous entry point. However, it is still good enough. The benches, unfortunately, did not work yet, but we're going to get some sitting things within them. That way people can sit. This is basically where security is going to spawn. They're going to spawn up there, like mostly task force detachments. And then maybe some will spawn more inside. Basically, there's going to be 2 different spawns, basically. That's pretty much it. That's all I need to say. We're still trying to figure out, like, all of the functions that we're going to have in the game, like, SCP functions and stuff like that. However... it's just, since I'm really the only one who is actually leading development, it's, to be honest, been a kind of a struggle. I've been trying to find a lead developer for the game for quite some time. Unfortunately, there's been no luck. But I'm not going to give up. I'm still trying my best to get this SCPF successful, but as I said, it just takes some time. Well, I think I'm going to conclude the stream, everybody. Thank you for attending the stream. If I have any more updates, I will definitely release another update. Be sure to also give feedback around how the facility looks currently. I'm looking to change my designs, trying to make them better and things like that. However, I'm still learning how to build. I'm actually very surprised I built all of this. Going from basic hallways to instantly to making designs like this. It was pretty impressive. I was happy with myself for making designs like this. I think I really did a good job. However, I would like to know the community's feedback, as it is a game for the SCPF community. I believe I toured everything in the facility, I believe. Yeah, I think that's it. And there's not too much to see, but I'm trying my best to get everything built as fast as I can. And these lights also have their own kind of function, as you see right there. I just flipped the light over. Hold up. There you go. As you see, the lights wiggle. I added this function as a part of like this site integrity failure event. Basically, whenever the site starts shaking, these lights will shake with it. All of them do that. Well, all of these circular ones, I should say. Damn! I just freaking yeeted that light. I'll probably release some more videos to further explaining the lore and basically my O5. I'm going to be making more videos discussing my SCPF's lore and basically explaining like the Western Eagle character and the AI character and all the other O5s. I don't know when I'm going to make that video, but I'm going to try to make it soon once I get all the O5's lore finished. I believe that's pretty much it. Thank you everybody for joining the stream. I hope you all have a good day and stay safe out there. The Western Eagle out. I'm gonna pull an I show speed and jump